Hi, my name is Solo P1 and today I'm going to be talking about the 2018 German Grand Prix qualifying, and today it's not going to be a long one. It's not going to be long. Hats off to Ferrari. The pressure's on now on the Mercedes. At the beginning of the season I thought Mercedes would probably run away with it. I thought Ferrari would challenge them and Mercedes will probably, but in the end Mercedes will probably run away with it. Ferrari's reliability issues will probably creep up on them like they did last season. That's how Mercedes at the second half of the season ran away with it. But this year it seems like Ferrari are on it. The engineers are on it. The team's on it. Vettel's on it. Raikkonen's on it. Everybody's together in a collective team, as like a collective unit, the way Mercedes used to be like. Not anymore, because it seems like Mercedes have sacked 200 staff from their team, which is not a good sign halfway through the season. But Ferrari seem like the more calm team. It seems like they got the shit together since last season. Because to me, I thought last season Ferrari probably had the fastest car for me, but reliability issues let them down. But this season, it seems like they've got they've got it together, and it's going to be an uphill battle here for Hamilton. An uphill battle. Ferrari is definitely the team to beat. Christian Horner said it on Sky Sports last week, and he said it in an article on Sky Sports. He actually said that Ferrari is the team to beat, which they are. They're the team to beat. They've got the fastest car. It seems like it's more reliable, even though we can't tell halfway through the season. It seems like they're more reliable, but Mercedes have got a tough job ahead of them. Today, in qualifying, nothing really happened in qualifying one. Not really. Formality, really. I think Verstappen got the fastest in qualifying one, I'm not sure. But all I know, in qualifying two, Lewis Hamilton, who would ever thought, it seems like he was complaining before about brake issues and gear issues, or his car wasn't feeling right. And then he was also saying something about his back. He said his back was hurting him. But he said when he gets out on the track, the adrenaline will get him through, which most of them do. Vettel said he had a bad neck at Silverstone. That's questionable. But he had one. He said he had a bad back at Silverstone. But he said when he started racing, he got through it. And I thought, Hamilton will probably get through it. But I thought to myself, this the way Vettel, he came to Great Britain, won Silverstone on after that lovely P1 that Hamilton done in Silverstone. That last lap, it's like the lap of God, they're calling it on the internet. When he got P1 for the Silver Arrows, and that it seemed like that took everything out of him. At the end, when he was getting interviewed by Martin Brundle, he was shaking. I remember watching. I was there live. He was shaking. He couldn't get his words out. It was his last gasp of energy that he took to get that P1 at Silverstone. And it seems like he's definitely rattled. He's definitely rattled this season. Ferrari are on their arse. And this point in time, and this point of the season, the way it's going, I can't see. I can't see Mercedes with an answer. Not really. I'm gonna hats off to Ferrari. They're doing well, even though I'm a Mercedes fan, as you can see by my hat. But you've got to give credit where credit is due. Vettel's come along. He's kept his calm. Not like last season. He's kept his calm. He's composed. The team's composed. They know what they're gonna do. It's just like last week. I think a few weeks ago, Vettel was on P2 or P3. But when the race started, them Ferraris are so quick off the mark. That's their key this season. The starting, when they start, them Ferraris just fly off the line, and you can't really argue with it. And to me, they've definitely got the faster car. There's a few. Look what happened in Austria. Who would ever thought 2 Mercedes cars breaking down just like that? 2 Mercedes cars Not DNF. Who would ever thought? That has never been seen before since the era of Mercedes of 2013, the hybrid era. That has never ever happened. 2 Mercedes car getting a DNF, and it happened in Austria. And you can see the reliability. And if it wasn't reliability issues, why are they sacking people in the team? Think about it. They are sacking people in the team. Over 200 workers. Why would they do that? They're getting rattled, and halfway through the season, it's not good. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton broke down in practice too. He tried pushing his car after. Actually, he tried rolling it. He was stuck in 3rd or 4th gear. The engineer said to stop the car. I didn't want to stop the car because if he would have got to the pit lane, they could have probably fixed it and he probably would have had a chance to go back out, or he would have kept his 5th or 6th spot, his time. But because he couldn't get the car back before qualifying 3 started, he's got to start at the back of the grid with Daniel Ricciardo because he's serving a penalty as well. He's at the back of the grid. So you got Daniel Ricciardo and Hamilton's going to be starting at the back of the grid tomorrow. Yeah, Formula One's a funny sport. Sometimes you can be on the top. Sometimes you've just that's just the way the sport goes. It can be very good to you, and then it can be very bad to you. And at the moment, Mercedes are in a black hole. Toto Wolff doesn't know where to go. He's ready to go and probably have a swig of German beer or Austrian beer. He's ready to throw his papers in. He's had enough. Toto Wolff. I like Toto Wolff, but he looks like he's in a Mercedes are in a bad spell at the moment. And yeah, that's my opinion. Like, he tried to get the car back, he didn't get the car back. Now he's got to serve the penalty. They're saying it's brake issues. It don't matter if it's brake issues. I don't care what issue it is. He didn't finish, and that's it. He's starting at the back. So the commentators can talk all the shit all they want. They talk shit anyway. They're all biased against Lewis Hamilton, especially the British commentators. Funny that, innit? You'd think the British commentators would be on his side. They love Jenson Button, but for some reason they like to lay into Lewis Hamilton. I ain't gonna get angry today. I'm just gonna state my opinion. That was my opinion. I just told you. I don't give a shit about the commentators what to say. To me, Lewis Hamilton's he's the best driver in his era, one of the greatest drivers of all time. And he's British, and which is a good thing. But hats off to Vettel. I know we were halfway through the season. I know we don't know who's going to win the race, but if Mercedes keep having these problems for the next 3 or 4 races, they're basically going to hand the championship to Ferrari. Ferrari ahead of the drivers' championships and the construction championship. So, you know, they are the team to beat. I know there's a lot of Mercedes fans out there probably saying, they'll bounce back. They probably will bounce back. But what I'm saying, I'm just stating the fact, you have to give Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari credit. I told him my channel it's not going to be bullshit. I'm not just going to say, look, Vettel's a crap driver, the Ferrari fucking construction, I don't give a shit. But at the end of the day, right, you have to give him credit. You have to give Sebastian Vettel credit. If you don't give Sebastian Vettel credit, you're not a fan. You're a mark. And that's it. You're a mark. You have to give Ferrari credit. And I do. Look. Ferrari, you know, are on... Look, Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel's on 171 points. 171 points. Lewis Hamilton is on 163 points. And you know, this tomorrow, if Sebastian Vettel does win, I think he's going to win. He's definitely the favourite to win. Then points are going to be extended. And look at the construction. I'll go for the construction now. Ferrari is on 287 points in construction points. Mercedes on 267. When is the last time you ever heard that? Usually Mercedes is all... This time last season, Mercedes were at least 30, 40 points, right, in construction points ahead at the halfway point. Now they are behind 20 points behind in construction. That is unheard of. There's a problem somewhere. Because there is a problem. Yes, there is. There's a problem. Because when you're sacking 200 people on your staff, Mercedes done that over the weekend, someone's getting rattled and there's definitely a problem. Yeah, they can come out on the mic on TV and say, oh yeah, very good, yes, we can fix this. We can fix the car. We've got to tidy it up here and there. Don't worry about it. But you know deep down their asses are flickering. They're flickering like that. They know that Ferrari are on their ass. They've passed their ass. They're in front. Construction and driving. And that's it. That's the reality of it. As a British man, as a Londoner, I really hope that Mercedes can turn it around for Lewis Hamilton. You can't really rely on Bottas, can you? Let's be fair. Come on. When Lewis Hamilton went out in practice and in qualifying too, and everybody was probably sitting around the TVs as Mercedes fans, come on, Bottas, you can do it. You can fly the flag for Mercedes. It's never going to happen. You know deep down Bottas ain't going to fly no flag. Look what he did 2 weeks ago in Silverstone. When you had Bottas, there was 5 laps to go. Bottas was first. Second, right behind him, was Vettel. Behind Vettel was Hamilton. And behind Hamilton was Raikkonen. The best bit of driving I've seen in a long time. It was a thriller. The last 5 laps. Bottas, forget about what people have said. Oh yeah, his tyres were wearing out. Fuck the tyres. If that was Michael Schumacher or Ayrton Senna, and there was 4 or 5 laps to go, yeah, and I had to hold on to win a race, I guaranteed I would have held on. But Bottas' arse went. He couldn't take the pressure and let Vettel just past him. And it weren't just Vettel what passed him, Hamilton passed him as well. So don't tell me if you're going to rely on Bottas to win tomorrow. Most likely it's not going to happen. Come on, let's face it. And if he does win it, good for him. I'll eat my words. But in my opinion, on my channel, right, I think Bottas ain't going to win nothing tomorrow. He'll be lucky if he gets on third. Let's face it. So he can fly the flag for Mercedes. Personally, that contract they've just done, they just gave Valtteri Bottas a contract, right, for Mercedes. Another year contract. Big mistake. I would have brought in Ricciardo or Carlos Sainz. I don't care if there would have been conflict between Ricciardo, yeah, and Hamilton. It doesn't matter. You do what's best for the team. When Nico Rosberg and Hamilton was racing together, all right, there was conflict, but they got results. Nobody beat them. Mercedes was always in front. It don't matter if they argue. Let them argue like petulant children. It doesn't matter. You do what's best for the team. And what's best for the team, it should have been Ricciardo or Carlos Sainz. If you thought Ricciardo was going to go in there, if Ricciardo go in there, you thought there was going to be arguments, yeah? Bring in Carlos Sainz. That's what I would have done. But who do I know? I'm just a flipping YouTuber. I'm just stating my opinion. If you don't agree with me, I don't really care. That's just my opinion. So that's it. That's how it ended. He had Vettel. I'll do the standings. He had Sebastian Vettel, P1. Second, Valtteri Bottas. Third, Kimi Raikkonen. Fourth, Max Verstappen. 5, Kevin Magnussen. 6, Roman Grosjean. I'm surprised he finished. 7th, Nico Hülkenberg. 8th, Carlos Sainz. 9th, Charles Leclerc. 10th, Sergio Perez. 11th, Fernando Alonso. 12th, Sergio Sorokin. 13, Marcus Ericsson. 14, Lewis Hamilton. Yes, Lewis Hamilton, 14th. I don't think he had a gearbox change. I think it was the hydraulics. So that's why he's not starting on the back. He's starting on 14th. Okay position for where he came from. If it would have been a gearbox penalty, if it would have been a gearbox he had to change, obviously he would have had to take the penalty and they would have started at the back. Because it was hydraulics, he's starting off in 14th. So that's positive news. 14th is not so bad. He could probably make that up. Looking at now he's starting off in 14th. Looking at the grid now, Marcus Ericsson will pass them easy. Sergio Sorokin will pass them. Alonso will pass him. Not the fact that he's a better driver than Alonso. It's the fact that Alonso is in a shit McLaren. So he'll pass Alonso. He'll pass Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc. Yeah, the one where he'll start having problems maybe when he'll get to Max Verstappen. Depends how Red Bull treat the tyres, and obviously you got to rely on the safety cars to help him as well, and the way the pit strategy, see how it goes. So he'll probably have his problems with Max Verstappen. For me, maybe if he done when he was at Silverstone, Hamilton, when he got knocked off the grid by Kimi Räikkönen, and he was at the back and he made up the place. If he can do laps like that tomorrow, I could see him probably getting on the podium. He needs to get on the podium to stay in this championship. If Hamilton doesn't get on the podium tomorrow and he finishes 6th or 7th, he's going to be in problems. He's going to be in trouble. So I think it's doable. But after the race today, after qualifying, he was getting interviewed by Sky Sports, and Sky Sports was saying, "Look, you still got a chance tomorrow. You think you can make up the time?" And he says, "Not here." He goes, "It's one of those tracks. It's very hard to take over," which I disagree. I think he can. I think there's a few places here, about 3 or 4 chances that he could get a DRS on somebody and pass them. So I don't agree with Hamilton there. I think he's still got a chance tomorrow to get on the podium. He's got the car to do it. He just has to have the belief. Nico Rosberg today, talking that. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Let me just go through the rest of the standings. 14th, Lewis Hamilton. 15th, Daniel Ricciardo. 16th, Esteban Ocon. 17th, Pierre Gasly. 18th, Brendan Hartley. 19th, Lance Stroll. And 20th, Stoffel Van Dorn. Now, back to Lewis Hamilton. Basically, Lewis Hamilton, there was rumours today after the race that they wanted Rosberg to do an interview with him. It's on some website called Grand Prix 24/7. And it says Hamilton gets... basically, the rumours, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if this is a troll website. I've never really heard of the website. I just typed in F1 and this came up. So I don't know if he's got any credibility to it. I don't know. I'm just reading it. It says Grand Prix 24/7. Hamilton gets F1 to ask Rosberg from an interview team. He says on there at the bottom, I'm not going to read the whole article because it's huge and I haven't got time. It says Lewis Hamilton seems to still harbour a grudge against former Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg, who defeated him in a hard-fought, bitter season in 2016. That's what that hasn't come from Lewis Hamilton's mouth. For I know it, this could be bullshit, but I'm just putting it out there what it says. Anyway. Talking to Nico Rosberg, he was getting interviewed by Sky after the qualifying, and he said he's never seen Lewis Hamilton like this. He noticed it in Silverstone when he was getting all emotional, especially after he'd done the qualifying, and after that when he didn't win the Grand Prix when he came in second. He said that Lewis Hamilton was really emotional, praying whatever he was doing. He did seem emotional today. And he said he noticed it in Silverstone, and today he definitely noticed it when his car broke down, and then he looked like he was on one knee. He was on one knee praying against the car, and it looked like he was really emotional. I'm not sure if he was crying or not. I saw him put his hand to his eyes with his helmet on. I don't know if he was crying, but it could have been something in his eye. I don't know. But he does seem like he's rattled, and Nico Rosberg is right. I think he's rattled. I think he knows it's going to be very hard for him this season to win. I'm not saying it's impossible. Nothing's impossible, but it seems like it's going to be a tough fight for him. It's going to be a dogfight to the end. He's not going to run away with it like he did last season. It's going to be a tough fight, but that's what the fans want to see, and that's what I want to see. I want to see. I don't want to see just one constructor run away with it. I want to see a competitive season, but I want to see a fair season as well. So that's my opinion on my review on the 2018 German Grand Prix qualifying. Like I said before, I'm now on Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be uploading some photos of my rig because I stream on Twitch, solo_P1. I stream with Fanatec gear, so I'll upload some photos of my rig and my setup, which I've got. It's nothing special really. It's I've got the triple screen going, and I've got my Xbox, PS4, whatever. I'll upload some pictures to Instagram later so you can see that. My Instagram is solo__P1. It's not solo_P1 like my Twitch. It's solo__P1. So basically it's solo _P1. Follow me on Twitter on Solo P1, and follow me on YouTube on Solo P1. I'll be doing a video tomorrow, obviously on the race day. I hope it is a good race tomorrow. But Lewis Hamilton, he's in a dogfight now, and hopefully he gets through it. That's it. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.